you?
Yeah, just one or two quick ones, Michael. You mentioned the loan market, and one or two names floating about seems to be Liam Delap and James Gardner. Any sort of developments on those?
Look, they're two very coveted young players, which I think a lot of clubs in the Championship will have would have ideally on their wish list. But yeah, there's no strong developments on that. As I've said previously, you know, there's still young players like that probably get their best opportunity at this minute in time to be around the first team squad. And then, you know, as the window progresses and we get closer to the end of the window, then the options for those types of players to possibly come out on loan becomes more realistic. And the key for us is to be in that position if options like that do become available, that we're in a position to try and obviously present to them that Stoke is a real good option for them.
And Michael, lastly for me, I suppose the fixture congestion last year was sort of fairly hectic, and I know it's a busy start again to the season. I'm just wondering, how do you sort of break it down in terms of 46 game season? Do you break it down into reevaluate after 6 games, or do you go reevaluate after 8 games? Do you take it in blocks of 8s or blocks of 6?
I think the games come around so quickly, and certainly last season it was more difficult to do that, clearly. I think in the early part of the season, you work, for me, I would work like international window, to be honest. And then, you know, by that point, you've gone through, you've had 3 breaks. You don't get another break in the fixtures, obviously, until March. So that period from November to March is where I think is the toughest period, obviously, of the season. And that's where you need your squad to be at its strongest and obviously its fittest. But you know, we tended to look at the season in different ways in terms of whether, you know, you look at your home form against your away form. Obviously, you look at the halfway point, what's needed, what you feel you need to be in that position to push to get the opportunity to be in the top 6. But so we don't really have a set way of looking at it. But equally, you know, I think we probably look at it really in quarters as much as anything else. And the key is, as I've said, you know, if you look at it in blocks of 10, then, you know, you want to be in the mix with 6 games to go. And that's where we would obviously like to position ourselves this season.
Cheers, Michael.
Thank you.
I don't know if Sarah from Central's still on, whether she wants to ask anything, or if not,